Today we are giving you a free cash flow forecasting tool that I've built in Excel. Now, I've seen accountants charge between $500 and $5,000 for these things, but we're gonna just give it to you. And I'm also gonna show you how to use it. But before we do that, I wanna show you something. I actually bought some new shirts for the show that I'm gonna be wearing, and I can't, just come look. Aren't they awesome? There's like 7 of them in all different colors. They just came out of the packages. They're wrinkled. I don't care. I want to wear it for the show today. So before we get started, I need to change my clothes. Let's go. To put my shirt on, close your eyes because nobody likes a pervert. Come on. Here we go. Better. Let's get started. All right guys, here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna have my computer right here where I'm running the cash flow tool, and you're gonna see what I'm seeing right here. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so when you first open the tool, this is what you see. Now I've created this so that there are 3 different tabs, and the first tab is the cash flow summary tab. There's nothing on here yet because you have no data in there, so don't let that scare you. The next one is a 30-day cash flow forecasting tool. This is designed to help you see day by day what's happening to your cash based off of the decisions that you're making in your company. We'll go over that in just a minute. And then we have the 3-month cash flow plan. This says, well, if I do what I do today, what's my cash gonna be like over the next 3 months? It's pretty simple. All right, let's get started. We're actually gonna start with a 30-day cash flow plan. This is, again, your day-by-day plan. This is really the detail of it. So it's built in 3 different sections. The green section is going to analyze all of your cash in. The red section is gonna analyze all of your cash out. And then down below that, we have a summary of what's happening. So let's go through this together. Let's pretend that you've got maybe 3 different customers in your business. Now I've given you 20 different customers here. You can always add more lines if you've got 100 customers or whatever. But let's just say you've got customer 1, 2, and 3. And let's pretend that you assume you're gonna get $5,000 from customer 1 on the 5th. These numbers up here represent each day of the month. So we're gonna get $5,000 here. And then let's say customer 2 is gonna pay us $20,000 on the 10th of the month, and customer 3 is gonna pay us $17,000 on the 17th. Pretty easy to do, okay? You'll notice down here that it is summing up your total cash from operations. And what I love about this tool, let me back up. If you scroll, you'll notice that I have frozen the first column so that the days stay in place, or the customers stay in place, excuse me, and you can move back and forth. All right, we've also got a what if cash flow scenario. So let's assume you as a business owner want to put some money into the bank. So let's do an owner injection here. And let's say you're gonna put $50,000 in on this, whoop, that's not 50,000, that's missing a 0. And let's say you're gonna do that on the 13th of the month, okay? So that adds that in. And what I like about this is, as a business owner, you need to know what happens if option A works or option B works, and that's really what that's all about. You can put in your different scenarios. The red section is your cash out section. It works just the same as the above part, but here we're looking at vendors. So let's just, for sake of simplicity, assume you've only got 3 vendors. Maybe you've got your rent bill, and you've got utilities, and you've got internet. And we'll do payroll. Okay, so rent's due on the 5th of every month. It's $5,000. Don't put these in as negatives, guys. Just keep them as normal numbers. Let's say you have to pay your utilities on the 11th, and that's gonna be $500. And internet is a couple days later for 75 bucks. I pay a lot more for internet than that. Anyway, I'm getting hosed. Thank you, Comcast. Payroll. Let's say you do payroll on the 5th for, I don't know, $10,000, and on the 20th, also for $10,000. Just like above, the red section is totaling all of your cash out by day, so we can see what's happening, okay? Down here, we also have a what if cash flow scenario. So let's say you want to buy a new truck and you want to know what's going to happen to your cash position. You're not going to buy the whole thing, but you're going to put a down payment. So we'll say truck, down payment. And let's say you're going to do that out here somewhere for $2,000. Easy, right? Okay, next, we're going to go down and look at the analysis part of this page. It says, how much cash do I have? Well, the first line says what has happened to your cash at the end of each day, and I've color coded this. So if your cash has gone negative for that day, just the net change. That means that, for example, on this day, our cash went down by $10,000, because if you look at it, I've only got $5,000 coming in total, but I've got to pay rent for $5,000. I've got payroll for $15,000. That's why I'm upside down at $10,000 just for that day. It's not my end of day cash balance, it's just the net change for that day. However, on this day, my cash went up by $20,000 because of influences, okay? Now, and I love that it's color coded so you can visually see the days where you're bringing in more cash than not. Now, the next part, it says here, questions that I need to answer. These are things I want you guys to put in. I want you to hard code these numbers in. Enter last month's cash balance here. You've got to know this, guys. So go talk to your bookkeeper or your accountant. Have them give you last month's cash balance after they've reconciled the bank accounts. Let's just say it's $50,000, okay? Now, this is really important. Stay with me. I want you to save 10% of every dollar that you make and put it into savings. That way you're operating your business on 90% and you're learning to build wealth in your company. If you can't make 10%, save something. Don't live paycheck by paycheck, because you're gonna go out of business doing that. So I've built a goal in here for you to set as a savings goal. Now, if you have lots of debt, you can make this a debt payoff goal. And once you start paying down your debts, you can start saving money. But I need you to have at least 3 to 6 months cash, operating cash saved as soon as possible, so that when the bad times come, which they will, you're gonna be okay. All right, let's zoom back out. Let's see what's going on. All right, so let's say your goal is to save, $7,000. Now, these are formulas down here. This says here, responses to my cash flow plan. This month, I increased or decreased cash by, and in this case, based off of the fake numbers we put in, $64,425. Good job. All right, it says I hit or missed my goal by, and in this case, I beat it by $57,425. So you should feel good. Go out and have a party now. Notice that these are also color coded. If cash goes up for the month, it's green. Had it gone down, let's say a what if scenario, let's say this down payment on this truck was actually $200,000. Heaven forbid. Now you'll notice that these numbers have gone red and negative because you just spent a whole truckload of money on a truck. Oh man, I'm funny. Okay, let's go back to $2,000 though, because as your accountant, I would never advise you to put down $200,000 on a truck. Now, the last part here is important. You'll notice that we have, it says my cash at the end of the day, and it's showing you your cash balance as it's changing each day based off of your current decisions of when you think you're going to collect and when you're going to pay your money out. So just go with me here, $50,000, then we have a change. It goes down to 40, 40, 40, 38, 58, 57, 375. Now we've got all these little hashtags here. In Excel, what happens is if the number is too big for the column, it's gonna give you that. Nothing's wrong, the column just needs to be bigger. If that ever happens, do me a favor, just highlight the columns, drag them over, like so, and then pick any one and just double click it. And all of the numbers will have enough room to breathe and you'll be good to go, okay? You'll notice that we went from a 5-digit number to a 6-digit number, and that's why I just was feeling a little claustrophobic. Anyway. All right, so that's the 30-day cash flow plan, and I love it because day by day you can see how your decisions are going to affect your cash. Now here's how you use it. Every business owner freaks out about making payroll. If you can't make payroll, you're going to know really quick because payroll's on the 20th in this case. So the 20th is right here for this company, and if I come down, I have $114,425. I've got plenty of money to make payroll this week. I can go to bed or go to Cancun or whatever I'm gonna do. All right guys, now we're gonna talk about the 3-month cash flow plan. This is the exact same format. It's just quicker and easier to fill out because you really can't forecast 90 days out day by day. That's mind-numbing and really impossible. There's just way too much guessing for that. So this is more of a roadmap than anything else, but it's really nice to have. So you'll notice that month 1 is already auto-populated. I've written that in there for you. Don't touch this column. It's calculating everything from what you just did on your 30-day plan, okay? Month 2 and month 3 though are asking you for your best guesses. What do you think is gonna happen to total revenue in and total cash out so that you can see what happens to your business? So here I've put that, you know, our revenue is going to go up. We think it's going to go up from 42,000 last month to 47, but maybe month 3 it's a slow time of year for us, so we're going to go down to 35,000, just a guess. Now let's do a what if scenario here. Let's say we're going to do an office move in month 3 because it is slow season and we have the time to move. So we're going to put 5,000 bucks in here for a budget to move because moving's expensive and it sucks. But you got to do it because you're growing and getting bigger. Good for you. All right, next we've got the cash out down here. Now again, it's pulling from the last 30-day period for month 1, but we're assuming that our expenses are going to go up in month 2 and down for month 3, kind of to follow the revenue cycle there. And here it's summarizing everything for us for our total cash out. Now in this column, it shows again how much has my cash changed. This is not your end of month cash. This is the net change of cash for the month. So again, this month it's green. 64.4 is how much the cash has changed by. Month 2, we're going cash up 17 grand. Month 3, cash goes up by 20 grand. So excellent job. I want you to go ahead and enter your last month's cash balance here. That will give you essentially that's just helpful for my formula because what that does is it calculates your end of month cash here. It takes what your last month's cash was and adds the changes. So really this row down here is what you're most interested in. What is my cash going to be at the end of each month? Pretty cool, right? All right, we're down to the last part. This is the pretty part. These are the graphs that I like to talk about. Now, we've got 4 graphs here. This is based off of the data that we have put into the company. The first one is a 30-day cash balance. It looks at your cash day by day from 1 to 31 and shows what's happening to your cash. Ooh, that's kind of a nice dance right there. Anyway, cash is going up. That's what we want. Now, next over here, we have the 30-day savings goal. You'll remember that your goal was $7,000. Your actual goal that you hit was $57,425. Internet high five. Next, we've got 30-day cash in versus cash out. This is just cool. This shows how much cash has come into your business over 30 days, how much you're sending out the door, and how much you get to put in your pretty little wallet. Next, 3-month change in cash. Again, the line is going up. This is kind of the same as the first graph, but it's by month, not by day. And we want that line to go up. To get this, I've got a link in the description down below. Also, you can go hold on, are you ready for it? To download this, go right here. Click that, download it. It's gonna take you to a page where you put in your email address, hit submit, and I will send you this tool and you can use it free of charge. I'm not going to charge you 500 or 5,000 bucks or something stupid like that. It's just yours because I love you. The end. Hey guys, if you liked what you saw today, and why wouldn't you? Go ahead and click subscribe so you get access to all of our future stuff and the free tools that we create just for you. Go ahead and give the video a like as well. And until next time, we will see you later. I really should take moonwalking lessons. Oh well.